National Council of Jewish Women are striving for social justice by improving the lives of women, children, and families. They're celebrating and honoring this mission at their upcoming Women in Power Luncheon. And here with more is co-chair Jessica Rogers and 2020 honoree Charlene Hunter-Galt. Thank you both for being here. As I said before, a pleasure and an honor to meet you, and I can't wait to learn more about you and more about the luncheon. So Jessica, we're going to start with you. Can you explain to us what your mission is?
Absolutely. So Nancy, as you said, NCJW, we're a national grassroots organization of volunteers and advocates that strives to turn progressive ideals into action. And so here within our local communities, we serve to improve the lives of women, children, and families, and to help also in any way that we can to safeguard individual rights and freedoms.
Okay, and how do you do that? What is your?
So we do that through our programs and through our advocacy work. So we have a lot of different community volunteer programs, and some of which we share, and the whole purpose for our luncheon is to support 2 of our scholarship programs. And those 2 programs are non-traditional student scholarship program, which is where we help provide individuals who have taken a hiatus for whatever reason in their life from pursuing their college education and help them go back to school. And many of these individuals would otherwise not be able to afford that education attainment. And so that is one of our main focuses of our mission. The other program that we provide scholarship support for are for our tweens here in the community who have been living in families that have been dealing with substance abuse or other violence issues within their family. And we do that through a program called JANET, which is Jewish Action for Nonviolent Expression of Tweens. And we help provide scholarship support for children 9 to 12 years old to attend Camp Mariposa, which is a nationally recognized program, and we have a location right here in Sarasota where we are able to send these tweens to for counseling and support.
How do you find the young people and the non-traditional students that receive your scholarship?
So we have wonderful partnerships here in the community. For our scholarship program, college scholarship program, we work with all of the local colleges and universities, and then our students who come to us to apply through other social service organizations. So they may actually be working at one of these organizations and they find out about our program and connect that with their desire to further their education, which will help them obviously further their goals in their lives.
Lovely.
And their families' lives.
So now, in order to, again, continue your wonderful work, you're having an amazing luncheon.
We are,
yes.
we are.
Tell us about your Women in Power Luncheon.
Absolutely. Please. It's our 38th annual Women in Power Luncheon, sponsored here NCJW Sarasota Manatee section. So our services support both Sarasota and Manatee counties, and we are so excited. This luncheon gives us a platform to recognize amazing women here in our communities who are doing wonderful things, and we're really fortunate that one of our honorees is representing. We actually have 4 women this year that are being honored. So Charlene Hunter-Galt is being honored along with Sandra Stewart and Kathy Schurston and Patty Wertheimer. And what is so interesting about this year's honorees is that these women represent such a broad spectrum of not only philanthropic support in the community, but that broader work where they have engaged in real social justice reform within our communities on a local scale, on a state scale, and a national scale.
And that's where you come in now. Again, I've read a bit about you, not enough, there wasn't time, but how do you feel about being one of these honored women and the recognition that, and why is it so meaningful to you? I mean, it's been a lifelong work for you.
Right. I think about, thank you so much though for having me and being with you. think about Zora Neale Hurston's quote. She'd been getting ready for her journey to the horizons, and it was important for all the world that she should meet people and they meet her. And Jessica had a luncheon so that I could meet the other honorees. That's and it could have gone on till dinner time, because yes, listening to them, what they've contributed just so inspired me. And I've had a long series of years in which I've met so many wonderful people, but this is particularly important because this is the year of the woman, and it's the year of honoring women's suffrage. And initially women of color were not included, as you probably know. But things have so changed, and it's just so wonderful to see organizations like this one and the one you run on a daily basis recognize women at this particular moment. And I'm just so honored. And as I said, I could have listened to those women at the luncheon until dinner time, but everybody had other things to do. So, but it's just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
And I think we'll be feeling the same way about listening to you. You have quite a career. You were the first Black woman accepted into the University of Georgia.
But they didn't quite accept me. They were forced to take me.
They were forced to, the federal government.
Right.
But that was an amazing time for you, just an amazing time. And I'm sure that the guests will hear more about all of your lifetime achievements as a journalist and going forward. The luncheon, I know this is going to be a first-time experience for you, Charlene, but Jessica, what is your favorite moment at the luncheon?
Well, I think I speak for everyone that has ever attended this luncheon, and it's quite obviously our honorees. And what they share about not only their lives, but what they impart as inspiration to all of those in attendance. And each of the honorees, every single year, really emulate NCJW's ideals. And so it gives us a wonderful opportunity, January 22nd, Wednesday, January 22nd at Michael's on East, to really give a huge voice to not only the work that is happening with our organization at NCJW, but many organizations across this community that our honorees are involved in, and to have a platform to share that and have that connectivity. I don't think we could have enough women connecting with women. Yep. Men are invited too, so we encourage them to come. But it is such a wonderful opportunity to provide that connectivity with the community.
And again, it's going to be on
Wednesday, January 22nd at Michael's on East. 11:30 is the registration and meet and greet, and we'll start the luncheon promptly at noon.
Okay, and tickets are available online?
Tickets are still available. They're $85 per person, so it's a wonderful, wonderful way to spend the new year.
Great. And get to meet lovely ladies like that.
Thank you so much for having us. We so appreciate it.
Thank you. Next on Suncoast FYI, a musical performed by a multi-award-winning banjoist.